What is up, everybody? This is RadTechShoe, and I am bringing you part 17 of my Devil May Cry 3 LP. We've got a fun, interesting, and difficult mission ahead of us. We've got quite a lot to do, and not much time to do it. The difficulty rating for this mission is actually pretty brutal. There's a lot to do, and I'm going to skip some of the things here in order to get a good rating on this, so be prepared. There are some things here I am going to bypass, and I'm going to tell you about them, but I will not show them. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing, jump up here. Let's get a Vital Star. Outside, there's nothing, but jump up here, grab all the red orbs. Now, up here, I'm going to show you, like I can run, double jump, and stuff like that up the wall. That way, down the broken area, is a place where you can fight a bunch of enemies and a Hell Vanguard in order to get a yellow orb. But it's not mandatory, it's not required. So I'm just bypassing it. It's just several minutes. It's a couple minutes of time, you know, that I don't have to waste. So as you can see here, we got some platforming to do. And this is what's going to help make Trickster Level 2 very, very useful to us. But first things first, let's go over here. Attack the Red Orb statue, the Red Orb Stone. And you can see me right here, I'm using one of the Beowulf combos. And I'm pretty much just going to get as many Red Orbs as I can. Now, speaking of Beowulf and Beowulf combos, here is the dreaded adjudicator for Beowulf that will give you nightmares. This Beowulf combat adjudicator requires a triple S, and I'm going to let you know right now, it is damn hard. It's pretty much, I'd say it's just as difficult, if not more difficult, than the Nevin double S combat adjudicator. This one is pretty brutal. You're gonna see me get to double S, and then it'll just drop. It just drops right there in the middle of the combo, and it just doesn't want to try and go back up. But with a little bit of luck and a lot of patience, I managed to pull it off in a reasonably decent time. I was surprised myself that I managed to get it that quickly. So let's head on up. And this is where level 2 Trickster becomes very useful. And right there, I did not mean to double trigger. But we're going to go this way. Fight against all the enemies. We've got a very cool boss at the end of this mission. So right here, like I said, I've got level 2 Trickster. I'm not going to be getting any fighting styles to level 3 in this game. I've already finished recording, and I've already beaten the game, as I said in the last video. So we're just gonna, so don't expect to see any of my fighting styles completely maxed out. So, Beowulf does a good job of finishing off the Hell Vanguard in a reasonably quick manner. Now we just have to deal with the Enigma. The Enigma are pretty irritating now in that they like to dodge and evade. They'll actually slide backwards and, you know, move away from you as you approach them. But out here we have a blue orb fragment that we need to get. That's why we came this direction. It's not mandatory unless you want to get all the blue orb fragments. So now that we got that, we have one more blue orb fragment to go in this mission. We've already got 2. One in the combat adjudicator, one out here by the God of Time statue. Now we have to go back into the main area and do some more platforming. Alright, so now out here, this area is treacherous, so watch it. You know, like I'm a little like eager. And I was just like, damn it! You know, I didn't want my rating to get hurt. You know, because, like I said, we do not have a lot of time in this mission. You know, and just me falling down a couple times is just really, really getting to me. So pretty much just, you gotta be patient. Don't forget to use the analog stick. I forget to use it here, but you can use the analog stick. And that air dash, oh my god, so useful. I love it. Right here is a Jester circle. We can go and fight Jester a third time. I will not do that because he is the biggest waste of time in this mission. It will take several minutes for you to fight Jester, and that is just several minutes I do not have. Especially when he drags out the fight by summoning that purple head that he did in the second video. Literally, his tactics did not change. You can fight him if you want, but it's going to take up several minutes of your precious time. And I tried playing it. Like I said, this is probably the 5th or 6th time I played this mission. And I fought Jester every time, and I just could not get a good. I could not get a good rating on this gameplay on the time. My time would suck because of the Jester mini boss battles. So I decided to bypass it. So in here, as you can tell, the spike, the spiked hallway has a slight catch to it now. Now spikes come at you from 2 directions, but it's still pretty easy to navigate without getting touched. Jump up on the launch pad. And now up here, we're going to a secret room. Jump up on the archways up here. You want to get on the middle archway, where the statue to the right is slightly discolored. It's brighter than the other 2 to the left and right of it. Interact with it, and we'll do another secret mission. We're back in the spiked hallway. However, as you notice, the spikes move incredibly faster. So you might think that you might need Devil Trigger or the ability to stop time with Quicksilver in order to navigate this, but I'm going to show you that you don't need to. You really don't. You just gotta you have to understand that you won't always be moving forward. You'll have to move directly to the side or sometimes even back a little. But you can do it. You'll get caught once or twice, and the air dash doesn't help. So like I said right here, we're almost out. And for some reason I go through that last wall, but the game understands that because I was so close to the end that it wasn't gonna screw me by saying, oh, you just got hit as they came out. So there's a little bit of leniency in that secret mission, which is appreciated. I do appreciate that. Alright, so now it's time for some new enemies. These are, what's it called? Oh yeah, they're called Abyss. Abyss are pretty much souped up versions of Hell Lusts and Hell Prides, in my opinion. They're just, they have the ability to, disappear into the ground and jump up. And when they jump out of the ground, they can either jump up and try and attack you with that little sickle attack, where they throw their sickle, the blade of their weapon at you, or they can just materialize elsewhere and try and just melee you. So as you can tell, I'm playing around with Beowulf. And Beowulf does a good job. Like, one-on-one, those guys are nothing. They're nothing to me now. It's damn near effortless to fight against them. Anyway, come on out here. It's boss fight time. We're going to go interact with a very unique boss. And it's kind of an annoying boss battle, but the reward is very worth it. So, let's go up here. Over to the portal. Further up the pathway is a dark portal. You don't need any key or anything special. You just walk right into it, and we'll initiate the boss battle.
I know why you're here. You're here to ask me some questions. Well, too bad. I've already answered them myself. I don't need you anymore. Come on, poser.
Alright, so now we are fighting Doppelganger. Doppelganger is a unique boss in that he actually does not change his style or fighting pattern at all. What you want to do is right now, the way he is right now, you can't damage him. What you want to do is you want to break his armor. In order to break his armor, you have to expose the light like I'm doing right here, but you have to do it when he's close. When it's too far, it'll miss and it won't do anything. So right here, he's going to close all the mirrors. When he gets close, don't wait too long like I did. And as you can see, he actually is able to, he'll get stunned for a little bit. And pretty much, I should not be taking damage. And right there, you want to attack it, but leave it, strike it. It takes a certain number of strikes. Usually it takes me 5, but for some reason it took me 3 in this fight. I don't know why. I really don't. In all the playthroughs I did before this, of this mission, it was 5 strikes every time. I don't know why it's 3. I don't know if skipping the Jester battle managed to affect this boss fight indirectly by like this. I don't know. But, as you can tell, it takes 3 hits instead of the 5. But what you want to do is you want to strike it so that it needs 1 more to open up, and right as he gets close, strike it and then turn around and attack him. He'll back off, his armor will come back, his shadow form. And you just need to time it. He has a pattern. He'll dash twice, and after he dashes the second time, he'll go in for an attack. So after his second dash, if you're not going to strike it to strike the light to open it up, just jump in place, and you'll manage to avoid his attack. And then just wait by the light. He'll come up, strike it, and then just lay into him. Beowulf does a decent job. You're not given much time, but Beowulf does do a decent job of damaging him. So as you can see, Beowulf is actually doing a decent chunk of damage to him each time. If you stay near the light after he backs off and you don't move, he instead of rushing you, because the light's on, he won't rush you, he won't get too close. Instead, he'll do like a ground shockwave attack under that, a pool of dark matter will erupt beneath you, and he'll attack, and it'll damage you if you stay near light too long. He'll shoot this energy blast, which will close the light, which will close the shades, obviously, and make it so that he'll be able to approach you. But if you notice, regardless of his health, his pattern really isn't changing or varying all that much. He's really not doing anything different regardless of the status of his health. It's a simple pattern. A pattern that you can exploit, take advantage of, and use to your benefit. You can actually fight this guy without getting hit once. I know I don't show it, I don't do a great job of demonstrating it for you, but it actually is very possible to fight him without getting hit at all. Here's his little ground attack. Right there, I tried to force the door open. So we're gonna go ahead and finish him off now. One more attack.
Thought I lost my shadow for a sec.
And now we have the doppelganger fighting style. Definitely one of the better fighting styles in this game. It is so broken. Anyway, go ahead, head up to the top of the platform, and this will end the mission. Okay, so as I stated earlier, I bypassed a lot of stuff, and look at that, 11 minutes and I got a B. Like, I was taking like 14 minutes and I was getting D's. Like, there is a the time rating in this mission is not very lenient. So I had to make some sacrifices. I had to skip the Jester boss battle. So I apologize for that, but it had to be done in order for me to get an A. I tried several other times, I just could not do it. But anyway, next mission we'll be doing a boss rush with all the bosses we fought in the past. And I will see you all there in the next mission. This is RadTech Shu, signing off.